How would the Lightning respond to a Game 2 7-0 shutout affect them? They showed it tonight. These are the two-time defending champion Stanley Cup, two-time Stanley Cup defending champions for a reason. You know, I will say, I love that after all of my lost post-game videos, I get a bunch of trolls from the other teams talking about how much of an idiot I am when I'm right about everything I say, constantly. Let's review this game real quick. Lightning had by far their best start of the series, frankly, by just not immediately going on a power play, although they did about 5 minutes in. But look, the Lightning's first period, they got almost as many shots on goal as they did in all of Game 2. Something I think I said, about shooting the puck. Hey, it seems to work because Darcy Kuemper, he sucks. He's not mediocre. He sucks. So we won't get too far into that. The Lightning did give up an early goal that did not count because of offsides. That I don't know why it took so long to overturn it, because it was pretty clear from the video that it was offsides. Concerning Vasilevsky's high blocker, again beat, and this was just like a fluttering puck, like I would expect a child to be able to knock it out of the air. I don't know what happened. I'll talk more about that probably. Braden Point was scratched this game. Riley Nash back in, and the fourth line played great. The first shift, they spent most of their time in the offensive zone. The second shift, they draw a power play, and that led to a shorthanded opportunity because of Palat high stick, which led to, of course, the Lightning giving up a 1-0 lead to start the game, because the Lightning can't seem to get those special teams straight, both the power play and the penalty kill. Cirelli, after another failed power play, comes through with a great individual effort, a long pass by, I think, Maroon, but Cirelli with the goal, driving to the net. If Kucherov did that move, I'd say it was on purpose. Cirelli, I'm pretty sure it was an accident, but just shows what I was saying. Put the puck on the net. You can't pass the puck into the net. You have to drive to the net, shoot at the net. That was followed soon after by a beautiful Andre Palat goal on a great play. Kucherov kind of decoyed behind the net. Give and go with Stamkos, who had a brilliant pass. Great shot by Palat, who beat their horrible goaltender, Darcy Kuemper. Again, almost as many shots in the first period as all of Game 2. Second period was just Lightning over and over again. Nick Paul, who he left with an injury, came back, scored what ended up being the game-winning goal off a great feed from Ross Colton, who I noted earlier in the game. Ross Colton made a couple of nice clears in the defensive zone, made a couple of nice plays in the offensive zone. Ross Colton, nice to see. He hadn't scored a point in a while. Nice to see him get off the schneid. Then the penalty kill failed yet again. 5 out of 9 at this point in the Stanley Cup Finals was Colorado. They brought it to 3-2. Then the captain, Steven Stamkos, scored to give the Lightning a 4-2 lead. Then things started getting a little dirty, and the refs don't call things on Colorado all that often, but, occasionally a very obvious trip on Perry that sent him into the boards wasn't called. Led to a 4-on-4, Pat Maroon getting the roughing. He came out of the box with Kucherov and Stamkos on a great feed from Kuch. Maroon put in the goal to make it 5-2. Then finally, the Lightning scored their first power play goal in what seems like 17 years. Hedman hits a post. Perry chips it in. He's the first player to ever score a Stanley Cup goal with 4 different teams. At 5-2, the Avalanche pulled Kuemper, who people were arguing, hey, he's not mediocre. Yeah, no, he's worse than mediocre. You are correct. Just throw pucks at the net and you will score. Francois, he did give up the power play goal, otherwise did okay. Look, there was a moment where they had John Cooper mic'd up, and he said, play on your toes, not your heels. That defined the game for the Lightning. They were aggressive. they did not just let the Avalanche skate. The Avs might have more speed, and they have a big advantage. If the Lightning don't win Game 4, this series is probably over. They took a cheap shot, Taves with a cheap cross-check at Kucherov. He might, he left the game. Hopefully he's okay. He's, 2 assists tonight. He's the best player on the ice. Nick Paul, also I mentioned, got injured. He was clearly affected, even though he battled. And Braden Point was scratched. Lightning need two of those 3 guys to suit up in Game 4. Toes, not heels. Ryan McDonough might be throwing the series on purpose. He's had a lot of weird plays. Anywho, Lightning win. Avs, suck it. It's 2-1. It's a series. The Lightning are the 2-time defending Cup champions for a reason. We got a series going. The Lightning need to win Game 4 on Wednesday.